Well, good morning, folks. Pastor Rocky Branch, Spruce Pine First Baptist Church. Today is 3:33. 3:33 today. You know, before long, we're getting everything ready at the church. We had the flood victims there for 305 days, and then we had the dental clinic for 3 days, and a lot of other stuff going on. So I'm getting ready to start back with my martial arts classes. So that's going to be really good. We have a lot of students. We do a lot of stuff in martial arts, a lot of self-defense, a lot of good stuff. You know, I missed that. Of course, I've been taking care of myself before that, but with my class, and then we do, of course, ladies boot camp also. So got a lot going on in that category. So I hope to get those classes started back. And remember, we charge you $1 a class because we do it for the community. So I've been doing martial arts since 1974. So we have a good time with it. Have a good time with the kids and adults, and so it's a blessing. So hopefully that'll be happening before too long. If I can get a couple other things out of the way, we'll get the karate classes started back. It's been a while just because of the storm and all the other stuff, and everybody understands that. So we hope that you have been practicing as I have. Without class being going on, because that's the whole point of getting through the process. Anyway, so we thank you for praying for us about that as we try to get this thing going on. You know, when you're challenged in a situation that you have to deal with, it's a biblical thing to listen to the instruction and to follow suit. And that's what happened when the angel Gabriel came to Mary. And he comes to Mary with an unbelievable task. I mean, it's something that can't happen. It's not something that you might think is a long shot. You might think it's something that possibly you could work it out. This can't happen. You cannot have a child without the help of a man. It just can't happen that way. And this happened to Mary. The angel Gabriel came to her in the book of Luke. And in Luke chapter number 2, as the Lord came and said, there's something that we're going to do. And in chapter 2, she brings forth this child, which, folks, it can't happen. You cannot have a child without the help of a man. It's just impossible to do. You can't do it. But she did it. Why? Because God, the Bible says here in the second chapter, the angel of the Lord brought this message to her. That would be Gabriel. The power of God overshadowed her. And then she had to do the work of carrying and taking care of herself. Now, just think with me for a second. Think how difficult this would have to be for this young girl. First of all, she comes out of Nazareth, which is Upper Galilee, which is not a good area, number one. So she has reason to be ridiculed from the area that she's from. She's also engaged to a man that's an upstanding man. You find his pedigree in Matthew chapter 1. And he's a good man, and he is engaged to this girl. He's engaged to this girl for two reasons. One of them is he has a year of engagement to see if there's any violations in their wedding contract, which they found one. She's pregnant. But the other reason is that he would build a room on the father's house where his dad lived. He would build a room attached to that house, and that's where he'd bring his bride and they would live, because they lived together in a compound setting. They had rooms around the house. They had a courtyard in the middle, so they would live there. Each one would be there. The sons would come back home. The daughters would go to their new husbands, and they would go to their home, to their husband's home. So this was very common, happened all the time. But the violation that Mary finds herself in is that she's pregnant and she has not known a man, and Joseph is a good man. He's preparing to place at his father's house, and he finds out that his fiancée is pregnant. So Matthew 1 says that Joseph is contemplating, running through his mind, I got to put her away in a private setting. I don't want to embarrass her. I just want to put her away in a private setting. But the angel of the Lord appeared to him, Gabriel, and said, don't do that. You take Mary to be your wife. Now listen to me carefully. She makes that 65, 70-mile trip from Nazareth to Jerusalem on a donkey. She's pregnant. She has to leave, listen, she has to leave Nazareth showing pregnancy. When she gets to the inn, 6 miles below Jerusalem, the Bethlehem Inn, when she gets to this place, there's no room because the census is taking place, so they have to be in the barn. She's already pregnant. She's not married. She had to live in her hometown, pregnant, showing that she was pregnant, out among people, taking the ridicule, and then taking the journey on a burro, walking some, riding some, I'm sure, and goes into Joseph's native home and into a barn. So when you think about the challenges that you're facing, put things in perspective and think of somebody like Mary. Now, how easy would a couple things have been to happen? She could have taken the blow and fell and caused a miscarriage of some sort. She could have became so scared that she could have hurt herself. A lot of things could have happened. Joseph, think about Joseph. Joseph stayed in the picture. The Lord said, you stay. It's going to be all right. Mary, in this position, in this situation, she trusts God for something that is impossible. It cannot happen. It can't happen. You cannot do what Mary did without divine intervention, and that's what she had. So whether you believe in Jesus Christ's death and burial and resurrection, which I hope you do, but some people don't, you get past the virgin birth, you can believe anything. You can, if you believe, and you've heard this all your life, you've heard about Mary all your life, Mary the Virgin Mary, Catholic Church, Episcopal Church, Presbyterian Church, all the Virgin Mary. If you can get past that, you can believe anything. And Jesus Christ used this person of low degree to bring birth to the world through the Son of God. So what are you challenged by today? What is so hard for you today not to believe that God can do it? Because if he did it for Mary, he's no respecter of persons. He can take care of your situation if you'll trust him. Wow. Think about that. I'll talk to you later.